Hello guys, what is up? I hope everybody is having a good day. I know I am now that I'm off work, thank God. But yeah, today's video I'm going to give a review for a book. And which book, you ask? True You by Janet Jackson. And if you do not have this book, well, first off, let's start. If you're a fan of hers and do not have this book, you are really missing out because this book is really, really amazing. I'll just I'll let you guys see some pictures, and then I'll talk about it and talk about about the book. Sorry, sometimes I don't know what to say exactly. So okay, first off, I'm gonna read the back of it, so you can get kind of. I'm obviously not gonna read the whole book, but I'm just gonna read the back of it and maybe like this part of the book to give you a little bit of what it's about. Okay, but anyways, the back of it. This is more of a quote from hers, but it's really kind of gives you a feel of what the book is about. I'll read it. I'm loved, I'm valued, and I'm capable of achieving balance in my life. I can learn to eat well, I can exercise, I can express gratitude for the simple act of being able to breathe in and out. I can move away from darkness and depression to light and hope, and I can be happy with who I am, not what I should be, or what I might have been, or what someone tells me I must be. And the last quote on the back is, I am me, the true me. You are you, the true you. And that's good, that's beautiful, that's enough. And I love that quote. I can so relate to what she's saying there, because I do go through anxiety and depression quite a bit. And it's really hard to overcome something like that, because sometimes I do feel like what she talks about in this book. Sometimes I do feel like I'm not good enough, or like I deal a lot with my weight. Like I wish I could weigh more than I do, which I'm not gonna say how much I weigh, but I'm bearing my soul out right now, or bearing my soul to you guys. But yes, sometimes I do wish I could be a smaller weight. So but my point is, though, you do have to love yourself and take care of your body. And that's what she talks a lot in this book. She talks about it's not really like, it's an autobiography in a sense, but she does talk a lot about her weight issues and how through the years she went up and down with her weight, and how people said she was heavier at a time in her life where she had lost a lot of weight, and it was for unhealthy reasons. She said I can't remember exactly. I haven't read this book in a while, but I do remember a lot of what she said about her weight issues and things like that. She talks a lot about just having low self-esteem, and I know most of you are thinking Janet Jackson has low self-esteem, because when you look at her, she's a very beautiful woman with a very beautiful soul. I think she's beautiful inside and out, but I like that she wrote this book to share her story with others, saying, you're not alone. I too have went through this, and I've had these issues where I didn't feel like I was good enough, or pretty enough, or skinny enough, and which all body shapes are beautiful, in my opinion, whether you're small or whether you are thick. I think all body types are pretty. But I'm gonna get right into the book and let you guys see some of the pictures, and I'll read a little bit. Okay, here's a little bit. I'm not gonna, like I said, I can't read the whole book. We'd be here all night if I did. But I'm gonna read a little bit. One of the greatest entertainers of our time. Yes, that is so true. I mean, she's Queen Janet. Candidly reveals her very personal struggle with an issue so many of us face every day: self-esteem. Right there. This book is really good for people that have low self-esteem, like I said, weight issues with their body, just anything like that. Okay, Janet Jackson emerged from the shadows of an already famous family to become one of the most beloved, recognizable, and influential performers in the world, but at what cost? From the age of 10, when she made her acting debut on Good Times, which she goes into that and talks about that show. She basically talks about how she was 10 years old when she was on that show. I don't know if you all have ever saw Good Times, but it is a good show. but she was told to lose weight. And she was just 10 years old, and to her, she talks about in her book, to her, she felt like, well, I'm not good enough. That's how she felt about herself, and she said she developed at a very young age, and, they told her to lose weight, and I'm thinking, that's really sad. She was just a little girl. That's Hollywood, though, right? Janet was told, well, she actually talks about it here. Janet was told by Hollywood that she needed to slim down. Her well-meaning brothers, especially fun-loving Michael, teased her relentlessly until she began to believe that who she was wasn't good enough. It was an idea that no amount of critical acclaim in television and film or later international platinum success in music could change. Janet turned to food for comfort and escape. She developed a self-destructive pattern familiar to so many of us. Fear and uncertainty led to bad feelings about herself and ultimately depression. The depression led to overeating, and her yo-yoing weight, was painfully obvious in the bright lights of the entertainment world. It has taken Janet most of her adult life to I'm so sorry, I can't talk right today. Come to terms with who she is, but she has finally broken free of the attitudes that brought her down, and she has embraced realistic goals that help her eat better, exercise better, feel better, and ultimately be better. And that's so great that she finally was able to feel better about herself, which I do have my struggles, but one thing about making this channel, I'm like I mentioned in an earlier video, my friend Ashley, she motivated me to make this channel and to talk about things I'm passionate about. So I'm hoping, I don't mean to get off topic, but I'm hoping with these videos I can reach out to people in some way. And I'm still a little bit kind of nervous about doing these because I don't know if I don't think I'm all that interesting to listen to. But, hopefully you guys will think so. Okay, I'm going to show you some of the pictures she has in here. There's lots of really good pictures she picked for her book. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention there's also a section in this book where she has recipes, and I might let y'all see some of those in a minute. Okay, here's one. I don't know if you can read it. I really need a better. You probably can't read that. But yeah, there's one picture. That's actually from a movie she did for Four Colored Girls. That's the name of the movie. I've only saw that movie once, but I really, really liked it because her acting was top notch. And the way her voice was in that movie, it didn't even sound like her at all. So she did really good in it. She's very underrated with acting, I think. I think she's a really good actress. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a big fan of hers, which I am. But she's a really good actress, really good. Actually, she started acting before she became a singer, so there you go. Okay, here's one with her sisters, Latoya and Rebbie. And I think her and Rebbie look a lot alike. Latoya a little bit, not that much though. Okay. I'm sorry if this is boring. Hopefully it's not. And here's a picture with her and her horse. She's actually a big animal lover, like her brother, Michael, of course. It's a really good book. Really good. And this is her when she was little with her mother, Catherine. It's a very, very beautiful picture. Very lovely. Here's one of my favorites. This is one of her and Michael, of course. It's very, very lovely. And they look so much alike. They could have been twins. Very cute. She also talks a lot about her brother, Michael, of course, which she has all kinds of brothers and sisters, but they were obviously closest out of the whole family. And she talks about losing him, of course, and the pain. And I like this one too. That's a good one. Here's another one. It's on the beach. There's a lot of pictures in here, so bear with me if I'm taking too long. There's another one. That's a really good picture of her, I think. She also talks about, which I'll get to in a minute. I'm sure if you're a big fan of her, you know her smile. That's probably her best feature, her smile. She's just got that, her smile is just, she has such a pretty smile. And she talks about in the book how for years she hated her smile because she felt like it was too big. And it kind of looked like the Joker. In her words, not mine. And she said she finally got to where she liked her smile. And I'm really glad that she was able, like I said. And there's another one. She looks good with short hair. Like, she can actually rock the style. Some people can't. I mean, I don't mean that way. Here's another picture. And here's more family pictures. And there's another one that's very 80s hairstyle. The big 80s hair, right? And here's more pictures. I like that one on the beach. And this one right here where she's on the beach, she talks about how that was the heaviest she had ever been. And yeah, I think she said she was like maybe 50 or 60 pounds heavier than normally. So yeah. So she's just like the rest of us. She has the same struggles. And here's more pictures. And now that's really all the pictures. I just kind of wanted you all to see what pictures she had. But yeah, she also, like I said, has different recipes in here. So that's, if you're trying to eat healthy, maybe, you could make these, which I'm not really much of a cook, so, but I have thought about maybe trying out little recipes. See, there's all kinds of different recipes in here, but, so yeah, this book is really about all the challenges that she has faced and challenges that other people face, and, she talks a lot about her struggles, and it's just a very relatable book, and it's very inspiring. So if you haven't read it, just please, surely by now though people have read it, but if they haven't, you really should read it because it's so good, and she just has so many interesting stories. It's not just about weight loss and struggles with what she looked like and low self-esteem. She does talk about her music and her childhood, but mostly she just talks about her struggles. So yeah, definitely read it. It's a really good read. Thank you for your guys' time, and I hope I wasn't too boring. I hope I didn't put you to sleep. But hope everybody has a good night, and please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for your time. Good night.